Welcome students to the class of history, that is your chapter number 2, from gathering to growing food. Before moving ahead in this chapter, students, first we will know what are the learning outcomes of this chapter. Now what does this learning outcomes means, that you must be knowing, because before the start of every chapters we discuss the things that we are going to read further in the chapter. So that is called the learning outcomes of the chapter, and the things to learn in this chapter all about that we have separated the complete chapter into 6 different topics that we are going to study in this chapter. First topic is variety of foods and Nino's lunch. Nino's lunch, it is a story about a girl, as you all know, on in all of your NCRT history chapters. All the chapters starts with a small story based on the chapters or topic. Second one is the beginning of farming and herding. Third, domestication, how the people start taming wild animals, as well as how they started learning crops, growing crops, observing seeds, how they germinate, all these things they had done. After that, we will learn about a new way of life, how the life of the early humans started reforming, transforming into a better way, how they started living in tribes, into groups. Earlier they were like nomadic people, now they started living in groups. What are about their customs and practices that they usually follow while they are alive, and some practices are also there that they follow after the death, as we do in the modern world also. In last, we will take up with some amazing facts, interesting facts about the two important sites found by the archaeologists. One is Mehergar and Daujuli heading. So this is the learning outcome of this chapter. Now we will move further in this chapter, and we will take up the first topic as we discussed in learning outcomes, that is varieties of food. So you can see in the picture itself, many varieties of foods are there: tomatoes, carrot, onion, garlic, ginger, many types of pulses, cereals, all the things you can find in the picture. This picture I have shared just to give you an idea about the varieties of food that is available in our present world, or in our present day situation. And in today's world, student, the reach of man to different varieties of food has become very easier. Now many online shopping, grocery shopping apps are also there. Many in your neighborhood, kirana, local kirana shops are there. They used to sell vegetable hawkers, fruits, cereals, pulses. Different markets are there. Supermarkets are also there, just like Reliance Fresh, Big Basket. It is not present in Patna, I think, but in the big metropolitan cities, these facilities are available. So now, if we want any kind of food or any variety of food we want to prepare, and all the ingredients that we need to prepare such dish, it is very easy to us to reach there. But it was same convenient for the early humans in early times? Now the question is that. So students, we eat many varieties of cuisines. Cuisines means dish or food. In today's time, just like Indian is also there, Chinese is also there, the most popular among the teenagers, Italian, continental, and many more regional recipes are also there. But the question is that, are these variety of foods are also available to earlier humans? As earlier also this question I had raised, If not, the answer will be no. So, if not, what are the variety? Now the question arises that what are the varieties of food that they used to eat? So, we know that different varieties of food grown in different climatic condition. This fact we are knowing that for different climates, different types of vegetation are there. In class 6 you will read in geography chapter that, and in common scenario also you know that different types of fruit, different types of cereals, different types of crops need different climatic conditions. They don't grow at a single place. Just if we take example of rice and wheat, different climatic condition is required as both are crops. But in if we talk about the cultivation of rice, the amount of water that is needed by rice plant is much more as compared to wheat plant. Wheat crop or wheat cultivation or wheat plants need less water to grow, but talking about rice, it requires more amount of water. So different plants grow in different climatic conditions. That's why different varieties of foods are found in different parts of the world. This is the reason why the rice is grown in some areas, whereas wheat and barley in other areas. So this is the only reason why in some parts of our country main cultivation people focus on is rice, but in some parts of our country wheat. This is the reason because of the different climatic conditions. It is just because of the conditions or climate or types of soil, temperature, that these crops needed, and it is different in case of different crops. Same in the case of animals also, that different types of animals need different types of climatic condition. Polar, if we bring polar bear and if we keep the bear in parts of, or you talk about Patna, you take him to Patna, and if you want to keep him, will it be possible for him to survive in these conditions, hot and humid conditions, where he is accustomed, his body, his physique is accustomed to live in much colder belt? Polar regions are the most coldest. So, in the case of animals also, just like if we talk about sheep, goat, they can easily survive on mountain belts, mountain areas. If we and that's why in movies also when they depict the scene of the mountainous region, there we can see flocks and flocks or cluster or groups of sheep and goats are grazing the green grasses, green mountainous slopes. So it is very easy for sheep and goat to get accustomed to the hilly areas or the mountainous areas. They can easily survive in those areas, but the cattle cannot. But it is, but if we talk about other cattle, cows, buffaloes, it is very difficult for them to survive on mountainous region, but they are most suitable to the plains areas, the areas in which we are living. Hence, the variety of food eaten by early humans also depends on the area in which they are living in. So, to get the different varieties of food, it is very difficult for the early humans, and they get only those type varieties of food that are grown in that particular area. But if they want any other variety of any other area, it is very problematic for them or almost impossible for them at that time. As we have talked about that in your NCRT book, from gathering to growing food, chapter number 2 of history, if you start or open the chapter, the first page, first topic is about Nino's lunch. So till now we have discussed about the varieties of food. Now we will discuss what the small story about a girl is all about, how this story relates to this chapter. So Nino was eating her favorite food. The story is like that, that she is eating her favorite food. All of you must have your favorite food. So Nino's favorite food was boiled rice, squash, pumpkins, beans, and meat. Squash, pumpkins, beans are the types of vegetables as well as meat. So, what was the favorite dish of Nino? Boiled rice, squash, pumpkin, beans, and meat. Her grandmother had grown the squash, pumpkin, beans in the little garden plot at the back of her house. Out at the backside of backyard of her house, or the backside of her house, a small plot of land is there where her grandmother used to grow all these vegetables that are being served in her lunch. So it is not purchased from the market. It is self grown. She remembered the food had been so different when she had been to Madhya Pradesh as a part of a school trip. But Nino, while having her favorite food, she is thinking about the school trip that she has attended to, and the school trip has gone to Madhya Pradesh, somewhere in Madhya Pradesh. They had mentioned only Madhya Pradesh, so Madhya Pradesh we will understand, where she has been served different type of or different kind of food, totally different, entirely different from the food that is being served by her grandmother. Why was that so? So this question is tickling in the mind of Ninos. Why was that so? That we have seen in the varieties of food that we are discussing just a little while ago. So with this we come to an end of the day 1 lecture of this chapter, coming up with the second lecture of this chapter in next video lesson. Till then, thank you.